Cole Fogel trying to live a healthy balance. And I am here in Taichung City with my friend here, Mr. Prazi.
Yep, an unhealthy balance.
Like, what is a healthy balance to you? Because I think we all have a different perception on what that really means.
Mine's pretty basic. I think if you've got a roof over your head and enough food to eat and friends that love you, and I think that, for me, that's all I need.
You do a lot of driving videos.
Yeah.
Out and about. Mm-hmm. What inspired that?
Back in China, I was filming with some other YouTubers, and they were doing that, and a bunch of people, I was on their channel, but I wasn't a YouTuber at the time. But I had an account that amassed 5,000 subscribers. Before I wasn't even making content, I was just replying to comments and stuff. It was a bit of fun. It wasn't really anything serious. And then people asked me to make a channel, and so I did, and that was the only format I really kind of knew how to do because that's what my friends were doing, and that's sort of how that took off.
What do you think you would want to do for 365 days?
There is not a single goddamn thing aside from my daily routine. If I had to do it, if someone said, gun to your head, try to cook a different dish every single day, which,
that would make you a better cook.
Absolutely. And there's like moms out there that do that,
yeah.
Which blows my mind because I'm single. So the problem with cooking every day is that you end up with too much and then you eat the same thing for a week.
So Prazi, what is the most difficult thing that you have ever done in your life?
Working in a kitchen and going to school at the same time was very challenging because I would have to go. I had to do like co-op where I had to get experience on the field in order to graduate, and so you'd work for free. So that would be an all-day thing, and then I would have to go get into the kitchen at around 5. So you're getting up at like 6-7 o'clock to go work with the kids, get off work, hit the kitchen by 5. I'm closing the kitchen, so I finish work at like 2 a.m. and then wake back up at 6 or 7 a.m. and I did that for a few years, and that was really tough. That's why I think, like, when I think of challenges, I don't think of it as one thing. I think it's just a daily grind.
I think your day-to-day life is a challenge, actually.
It's hard, yeah. That's why I don't have kids and I can't get married, because I don't have time.
Do you think you want to have children at some point in your life, or is that something you're still not sure how you feel about that?
Yeah, it changes every day, and I bet you, for parents as well, it changes every day too, where there's days where you're like, man, I love my kids, today was so fun, and then there's other days where you're like, God, I want to throw my kid out the window, right?
Being a parent is a very challenging task sometimes, yes.
Yeah, and so that sort of scares me.
I like what you said. Life is a challenge in general. Every day is a challenge.
Yeah, like why are you trying to make your life harder than it is? It's already friggin' hard, Life's already incredibly difficult, so a challenge is just making it arbitrarily more difficult. That doesn't make any sense to me.
What made you move to China?
I think because I was an idiot. I wanted to move abroad because it seemed interesting. It seemed more than what Canada had to offer, which was a steady life. And
okay, so how old were you when you moved?
22. I do miss it, and I think that life can be better in Canada. I was thinking about this the other day, like the smell. Like for some reason, you ever just think of a smell and it brings back a memory? Like I just thought about like on a summer's day and the kitchen window is open and you go to the sink and you get a water and you're playing soccer with your friends outside. And there's this like fresh smell that Canada has that Taiwan, and no offense, doesn't. Because it's
not so much in the cities, I agree.
Well, yeah, but even in it's just a different
place.
Taste. It's a different it's a different smell, taste. It's a crispy freshness that Canadian air has.
I know what you mean, yeah. And dry, crisp.
It's very difficult to explain this.
The pine trees.
Well, yeah,
the
pine
cedars,
trees, right? Yeah, like that kind of sort of feeling.
Prazi, are you homesick?
No, because I spent so much time my entire adult life here that Canada seems just as oddly foreign. Sometimes I think about it. Sometimes I think like what the hell? What am I doing here? Lucas said this. It's a really good point. Like it's like summer camp, or it's Never Neverland.
Huh?
You never grow up.
Yeah, it is Never Neverland.
You're always on vacation.
How many years did you live in China?
4.
Okay, and what ultimately made you leave? I know you've mentioned it a bit on your show, but did you actually escape China?
No, I got on a plane and I left like a normal person. My buddy that I mentioned earlier was making videos, and he got into some trouble with the government because he was filming in Inner Mongolia, and I guess I was sort of guilty by association, and there wasn't anything that serious or legitimate sent my way. I didn't have like a cease and desist order or whatever, but they left because they felt unsafe, and then I was just alone, and that made me feel really sad. And China became very dark and empty, and
like it was a lonely place to be after your friends left.
Yeah. I guess we can simplify it and say it like that.
Okay, so ultimately you got on a plane. Did you go home first, or did you go straight to Taiwan at that point?
Because I didn't want to really go home yet. But I wanted somewhere that was. I didn't want to have to bother learning a whole other language because, like you said, we're quite lazy. And my friend had told me about Taiwan, and he said it's really great. And I didn't know anything about Taiwan. I sort of knew it was, close, and I guess they spoke Chinese, and so I came here.
You have been here how many years?
3.
You've been here 3 years in Taichung.
Yeah.
And have you ever thought about moving to other cities? And if you were going to move to another city, what would that city be?
I kind of want to move to Kaohsiung. Not now, because I have a job that I'd like to see completed. But yeah, Kaohsiung.
Taiwan beer or Canadian beer?
Canadian beer. Sorry, it's Taiwanese beer is fine, but it doesn't have the.
I know.
Well, it depends. I think if you're looking at the well-known brands, Canada has Taiwan beat hands down. But I have had some excellent craft beers here in Taiwan.
What is your favorite Canadian beer?
It's called La Fin du Monde, which is obviously from Quebec, and it's a 9% kind of really hoppy beer. It's really good, and I haven't had it in a very long time.
Fried chicken, like G pie.
Sure.
Or Neo pie.
G pie all day long. G pie all day long.
G pie.
If you're gonna get like a proper Western T-bone on the barbecue steak, then obviously that.
Stinky tofu or 1,000-year-old egg?
I think stinky tofu if it's done right. If they can get the crispy exterior with the chili. I have had stinky tofu where I can kind of come around to it, but for the most part, it's not very good. And it's foul.
It's a unique experience.
It's like people often compare it to blue cheese, which is fair.
I love stinky tofu and I love blue cheese.
Yeah.
My wife loves stinky tofu but does not like blue cheese.
They're similar in the sense that they're gross, but they're good. It's weird.
They're both toe. They're both stinky.
They're both like feet. You can get into feet.
Most memorable experience from the holidays, from the Chinese New Year or the Lunar New Year?
When I lived in China, my friend who's a Kejia, she's from Meizhou, which is a city in Guangdong that is predominantly Kejia people. And I've always really liked Kejia people in China because I found them to be more friendly than other people, and their food is really good as well. And so I rode my motorcycle down from Huizhou up to Meizhou, and I met her family. She was a coworker of mine, and it was really, really awesome. It was kind of in the countryside, and we had really good food, and there was just something really special about that place that I really enjoyed.
Do you have a favorite dish from that?
I don't know if they have it in Taiwan, but in China they had something like, it was gugua, which is bitter melon.
Of course.
And there was sausage they would like hollow up. I don't know if it's already hollow, but I remember it was gugua wrapped around a sausage, and gugua is really something that you have to be.
I love it, actually.
But it is very bitter, and not everyone's going to like it. But paired it with the sausage, it really took away the bitterness and it was that was something I missed.
What inspires you in your life?
I think a lot of conversations are inspiring, like some of the things that you and I talked about. Give me ideas for future videos.
What has motivated you in your life? Who or what, or maybe it's yourself?
For sure. I mean, Sea Milk, the reason my best bud, the reason I've got a YouTube channel for sure, and then Alan on top of that.
So shout out to Sea Milk.
Yeah.
Sea Milk and
Alan. They've both really been big, because there's been loads of times where I'm like, this YouTube.
Well, because they're really motivated themselves, right?
Exactly, and so you can kind of draw from that.
What does the 2.0 version of Prazi look like?
I'd like to be a little bit less of an excuse generator and just be able to do things and carry out my ideas without thinking of all the reasons why I shouldn't do them.
Do you have something that you want to do that you haven't done?
Yeah, I mean, I've already told like my agents that I was going to film this video where I would cook for the old people that live around me. I think it'd be a really entertaining video, cooking Taiwanese food. But I'm so intimidated to ask them and talk to them.
Bro, that would be beautiful, man.
I think that it's very intimidating too.
It's intimidating, but you'd be connecting with your neighbors, and they would love you so much for that, I think.
Maybe, but then on top of that, here again, excuses. I'm very self-critical, and I've tried to make Taiwanese food, and it's not
What if I come over and help you cook and then help you be part of...
I think that would make me feel a lot better.
I'll do it with you.
All right.
Leave a comment if you would like to see Prazi and I get together and cook for old people. So.
Would you agree that filming videos with other people is a lot easier than filming by yourself?
I love collaborating. It doesn't matter, YouTuber, random stranger.
Yeah.
Please subscribe to Prazi's channel. I would like to see him hit 100,000. I want you to have that, what is that, silver play button?
Yeah.
Yeah, check out his channel.
I'm a little upset that you didn't wear the Canadian plaid. I've got
Damn it,
my
'cause I-
shirt, and I've also got matching boxer shorts.
Ah! Okay, so sorry. We need to shoot this whole thing again.